Hey, what's going on, Mojo? Hope all is well. So far, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I just woke up about a couple hours ago. It's been pretty mellow. I had a few stragglers and shit, a couple more headlighters, but other than that, I'm dealing with these little small car weirdos and shit. But I think the smaller cars, it helps them feel more like spies and shit. They can groove and dodge and weave through traffic. Yeah, man. Lyft, Uber, creepy motherfuckers, man. And you know that shit is ran like Lyft, Uber, and shit. Like that shit ain't American. I don't think. I think it's ran by like foreign, like a foreign entity. That's like domestic terrorism. Well, it is domestic terrorism. You notice anything about Tesla drivers? I know I get a lot of gang stalkers. What were you gonna say about them? Oh yeah, lots of them. They got some nice. Look at that. I'm a dead man. Trying to let me know I'm a dead man. Excuse me. That's legitimate. Man, I swear I be so tired of these silent threats. And most of the people doing it, fucking pieces like coward motherfuckers and shit. All those small ass threats. And you know, I'm not tough. I'm not no fucking tough dude. But nine out of 10 of them motherfuckers, if I ran up on them and shit, they would fucking back down. And it's not, I'm not saying it's because I'm tough again. I'm not saying that I'm far from tough, but I'm just saying how cowardful these motherfuckers are, man. Like they sit here and they tell you basically that you're dead. And then if you confront them and shit, and do something, you know, they wouldn't know what to do. And when they fucking be running around like their fucking head, chicken cut their fucking head off or some shit. Or running around like a chicken, chicken cut their head off. Running around like a chicken with their head cut off. But you know, we endure it. Can't do nothing about it without getting in trouble. So, smoke some Mary J and deal with it. Hey, what's going on, Tony? Hope all is well. All is well. Yeah, them fucking, they got some fucking crazy at it. Like, I seen this one dude fucking stick his, like, he went in his car, like, without keyless entry, fucking put his finger on the door handle and that motherfucker, like, popped open and shit. It's fucking crazy, man. Opened his door with his fucking fingerprint. That's technology. That's one car. Tesla, maybe, very maybe, like the first model. But I don't think that car is gonna die out anytime soon. To where like Hondas and shit and all that shit, like they don't die out, but they get old. Like the models get old, and you know, eventually all the newer cars people can afford later on down the line. But Tesla, I don't think is gonna be one of those cars. I don't even if you're low income or you know you're not fucking, well, maybe middle class, but you know you see like some people, they're in fucking Beamers, Lexuses and shit like that, Mercedes and shit, but Tesla I don't think is gonna be one of those cars that everybody can just drive like that. If I had the money, I'd buy one. Electric cars are sure special. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, for sure. I don't think I would buy a Tesla if I had the money. It would be a nice experience though to have one, but you know the repairs on that motherfucker, man. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's right though. You said if you had the money. If you yeah, I guess if I had the money, I would fucking, if I would be able to pay for repairs and upkeep on that motherfucker. But I was peeping some cars, man, like just the oil maintenance on that shit costs more than some fucking cars. Like, you know, cheap cars like $1,000 cars, $2,500 cars and shit. Like to get tuned up and all that shit. Like it's some really fucking expensive cars out there to maintain. Fuck, just imagine getting a fucking tune up on a Rolls Royce. Not that you would be driving that much to be getting them fucking tuned up that often, but man, to a rich person it's nothing, but to a motherfucker with nothing like that, just spent, if he had enough, Like if you had enough money, just imagine if you had enough money to finally get your dream car, but it was like one of those expensive, you had the maintenance and you fucking spent everything you had on that car and you had to start from nothing. Man, when a repair came, you might have to let that car sit for about fucking a couple, 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4 months before you actually fucking are able to take it to the shop. I see a lot of my target, my gang stalkers fucking doing that shit. Like a lot of my gang stalkers be fucking buying cars and shit that they can't afford to keep up. And they'll have it for a good couple weeks, couple months, baby. And that motherfucker break down, and you see them back on their fucking bikes doing booty bandit shit. Back on their fucking bikes doing booty bandit shit. What you consider getting an RV, you can make it into a mini home. Actually, I had it wasn't an RV, it was a camper van. One of those, it was a Ford Falcon. You probably seen it. Like if you look at some of my older videos, you'll see it. Um, I like RVs and shit. I just don't like I don't like the paneling on that shit because that shit fucking it gets real bad. Like I've seen some with the paneling gets real bad. Like it's like shed shit, like fucking tool shed. Like this, like fucking tool shed fucking material, and it gets real bad. That shit gets rusted, and you gotta find one that somebody's really been taking care of. And if they've really been taking care of it, it got low mileages and shit. It's real clean. They usually want about 18,000. They usually want about 18,000. You might be able to find one for like 10,000. Or you could look around and find one, but it's gonna be like needle in the haystack for finding a good RV that's been taken care of. Rarely driven. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard to find one of them. And then all the newer ones and shit, that's way out of my league. Like that's, my money isn't even close to being able to afford one of those. I was thinking about a Chinook, a chin hook, or something. I saw it was like a van RV. I think it was called a Chinook or some shit like that. I was either gonna get that or this van, but that was a lot older. It was a lot older than this van and shit. And like the engine, like that's like one. I don't like. It doesn't matter how old the car is. Like the first thing I look at is the fucking engine and make sure that shit's clean and not all greasy and shit and all fucking nasty and shit under the hood. And it looked good, but that engine was just all fucked up, and I didn't want to have to deal with that shit. So it was older, would have been a lot more maintenance. So I was just like, fuck it. But I do like the look. I like the look of the Chinooks. Hey, what's going on, Craig? Yep, you'd save lots of money going electric, save on gas, low maintenance, epic. Yeah, man. Man. That's beautiful right there, man. The gas alone, saving on the gas alone, man. Saving on the fucking gas alone, man. Just plug up. fuck. Shit, you fuck around and keep a generator on you, man. Keep a generator. And, well, I don't know what the plugs look like. But, you know, if the plugs look like regular plugs, you keep a generator on it. And go forever. Excuse me, that's legitimate. Oh, oh shit. Lord have mercy. Yep. It's a beautiful world. Unfortunately, it's filled with ugly people. Maybe not physically. Inwardly, and that makes it worse. Shit. Excuse me. Yeah, way too expensive, man. Have you ever thought about having psychosis before? I'm not being a perk, but I thought about that last night. Nah, I'm good with that. I'm going good with going to see any, excuse me, legitimate, any fucking doctor. I don't even want to go see fucking, you know, a hospital doctor unless it's life or death, let alone a fucking mental doctor. Because all they're paid to tell you, excuse me, that's legitimate. They're paid to tell you there's something wrong with you. The motherfuckers got a whole lot wrong with their fucking family life. A lot of them motherfuckers is all fucked up and shit, trying to tell you what type of medication you need. Like, motherfucker, what type of medication do you take? You take the same shit you trying to get me, motherfucker. The thing is life, man, and unless you're, like, seriously mentally ill, you gotta deal with it, man. You can't run away fucking using medication or none of that. You know, and you know, it might sound contradictory because I smoke weed and all that shit, but I'm saying, like, that's legitimate. I'm not smoking weed because I think I have a mental illness and somebody fucking prescribed it for me. You know, another person isn't telling me, hey, you smoke weed. You need to smoke weed. It's my choice to smoke it. But, you know, going to somebody for them to fucking prescribe you some shit. Because 9 times out of 10 when you go, they're going to prescribe you some shit. And they're not going to analyze you too well. You could lie to them motherfuckers, man. And they could tell you're lying and they'll still prescribe you something because that's what they do is get paid to prescribe. That's their job. Get people on fucking psychosis shit. Get people on medication. Get people in the system. Once you get in the system, you can't own no guns. You can't own no guns. Anything you say in court pretty much is fucking thrown out the window. All that bullshit, they take a lot of rights from you and shit. And they don't explain that to you until after they take them. Or after you finally read the fine print. Whichever comes first. Even with marijuana, getting on fucking, excuse me, that's legitimate. That's one of the reasons I never got a marijuana card for medical reasons and shit. It's fucking, once you get fucking labeled in the system and shit, you're on medication and shit. I can't own no gun anyways right now because of fucking, whatever. Or I probably can. I just gotta, you know, do some research. I think it's like 7 years after you get off parole or probation, whatever. After you get, after your bondage is up. And fucking, yeah. But they don't fucking, you can't own no guns. You can't fucking none of that shit. Your court, all that shit's bullshit. Your words aren't fucking credible. So hell no. I'll never fucking volunteer for that shit. That's one of the reasons I'm not on fucking free housing, uh, all that shit. Like I had so many like a long time ago, I seen somebody get hit by a light rail. Well, I was on the light rail, and the light rail had fucking hit somebody. And this is in Sacramento. This is hella long, and for a long time I was having like fucking excuse me, it's legitimate. For a long time I was having like fucking bad, like fucked up dreams about that shit. Like serious fucking dreams. And when you go to prison, they do they do a psychological evaluation on you and shit. And so you said they tell you they fucking I had the opportunity on getting on that shit. Like it's literally documented that it happened, that I seen the shit and all that shit. Like it's literally documented within the system. So they questioned me, all the shit. And so I had the opportunity to get on that shit, like free housing, all that shit. I told the psychologist though, and this is before I really knew anything, but I knew like I didn't want to be fucking on no medication and shit. And fucking I told the psychologist, or the person that was fucking doing the evaluation on me, that I be having nightmares from that shit. Man, that was like the biggest mistake of my life, man. I should have never, like, they had me in there fucking every fucking morning for like, I don't know, about 3 months fucking straight, man. I had to go fucking, tell them fucking how fucking just, I had to just make sure, like, if I had nightmares and shit, I had to tell them and all that fucking shit. They tried to put me on medication and shit. They threatened me and told me I would be on fucking lockdown if I didn't take medications and shit. Like fuck that shit. It's against my religion. It's again I don't it's against my religion. It's against my religion. That's all I kept saying. And they couldn't do nothing. If it's against your religion, they can't do nothing. Hey, what's going on, Rev? Ray? What's going on, Bukes? Hey, likewise, bro. They've been fucking with my, boy, you guys know they've been fucking with my shit. I was actually just on Steve's. I was on Steve's live, but, they wouldn't let me comment and shit. Um, I don't think we had anything to do with my targeting, but I didn't start getting targeted until I was smoking weed every day heavily for over a year. Yeah, I definitely know it doesn't have nothing to do with mine. Uh, Definitely. It's not, some people say, weed makes you super paranoid and all that shit. No. Nah. Not to know when you're being targeted. Like you're not. Maybe if smoking some crack or some fucking, that whatever, anything crazy like that, anything fucking shit like that, then maybe you could fucking say, oh, you're paranoid, you're tripping, but definitely not with weed. Hey, what's going on, Mo? Just chilling. Not bad. Craig, man, just, another day. Nigga, another one of those fucking black cats, man. I swear, man, the fucking black cats keep fucking black cats, man. Monsters, man. Monster. I might be missing some people's comments. Hey, what's going on, Ross? I'm not sure. It's like real thin lines of that, that box that the comments are in. On the show Messiah, they had him going through a court case. I think I'm gonna have to battle with my psychiatrist and my parents. Yeah, man, the thing is, if you don't want to be on that shit, man, fight it, bro. Fight it, man, because they're forcing you to take fucking. I was watching this video today on MK, or this morning on fucking MK Ultra. Really, it was about Kanye West, but they threw a bunch of MK Ultra shit in it on how they used to do that shit in the past. And man, those agents, like you gotta really watch who you're fucking dealing with out here, man. They move those agents into neighborhoods and they're like regular people, man. And they'll fucking slip shit on you. Like they were fucking slipping shit on people, going to clubs and shit, slipping LSD and shit on their fucking in their drinks and shit, and then just following them and fucking, you know, basically doing them like they do us, fucking writing up, studying us and shit. Like the agents or the CIA and the government and the FBI, man. Like, why the fuck would people even think like they're here for us? Like, they've got a history, a long history, man, of fucking over the fucking citizens, bro. I don't get it, man. Why in the fuck are we even like? Why anybody represents the American flag? I have no fucking idea. After fucking seeing that fucking like you know, I was wishy-washy. I was wishy-washy before I seen this video. Like I was like, you know, I like America, but the people in it, but fuck America, man. It's just, it's not a black, it's this place is all fucked up, man. This place is evil as shit. The history of it is evil from the very beginning. From fucking, if slavery is real, that shit's ugly. If fucking, as fucking, yeah, MK Ultra, fucking the child kidnappings and whatever that child trafficking shit, the Hollywood shit, fuck. America is ugly, bro. Look how they have everybody in Chicago programmed to kill. Like, everybody in Chicago is programmed to kill each other. Literally fucking programmed, just constantly running. Ongoing program. Got them fucking claiming neighborhoods that they don't, all they do is fucking all you do is make illegal money out of that neighborhood. Why is it for like, why, if you're gonna gangbang anything, why would you represent a street sign? Right, what the fuck, man? And I've been guilty of that before, but you wake up, man, and you fucking see like you're programmed. You're fucking excuse me, it's legitimate. You're fucking programmed, man, to kill somebody over a block that some fucking rich politician fucking owns, so that the government owns. Like, you're killing somebody for that man, basically, because he wants you dead anyway. So you're helping him get rid of the fucking problem. And then you scream out, this Black Lives Matter bullshit. Like, you don't want the fucking police, like, you want to be able to kill the motherfucker. Like, you don't want the police, like, it's one thing if you're saying Black Lives Matter and you're not killing nobody, but you're fucking screaming out Black Lives Matter, then you're killing motherfuckers. It's like, you want to get the police out the way so you can kill the motherfucker. Like, you want to do the police's dirty work. Like, what the fuck? 15 people killed here. 20 people killed there. 10 people killed here. A little kid killed there. Another little kid killed there. Like, Black Lives Matter, fucking somewhere tucked in their motels, thanks to George Soros. And they only come out when, they're told to. And then they get all these fucking ignorant, stupid, fucking, I hate to say it, they're my race, but, they get these ignorant, stupid, fucking black people to fucking, make goofballs of themselves in their communities and shit. Get themselves locked up, get themselves killed, get their eyes knocked out by pellet guns and shit. It's crazy. Crazy, man. Saying all that to say, man, the program is still going. And we still represent that flag like it's the best thing that ever happened to the world. If you ask me, we've been zombies, ladies and gentlemen. We have been zombies for a long time. All the zombie movies, that wasn't all the zombie movies wasn't about what's gonna happen in the future. That shit's about what's going on today. We're fucking walking zombies for the most part, running on a program. I find that sort to be lifting. Yeah, I'm missing some people's comments. Still getting stuck, so still mode. It's a housekeeper. This was before. And I got very happy, man. I told him he was handsome. He said he was mad. And then seconds later, parts of his face started shapeshifting. Oh, wow. Part of his face turned into green like lizard skin, and then it went back normal again. I can definitely see that. Let me see. Sorry to hear that, Nappy. At least you are on the live. I'm not sure. What's that, Mo? Anyways, despite the targeting, the stalking, and the smear campaigns, I'm proud to have a community like y'all. Hey, likewise, Craig, man. Likewise, bro. Definitely very appreciative, man. It's fucked up. The only getaway from this shit is through fucking virtual reality, basically. But, well, I don't know if you would call it quite virtual reality, but, you know, it's fucked up. We have to do this shit from a computer screen, but it's definitely a gift from God, man. Just imagine having to deal with these fucking weirdos and not be able to vent that shit out. Fucking talk to people who deal with the same shit. Oh, man. We all have to deal with these fucking nerds, man. These fucking goofballs, clowns, tweakers, and you fucking name it, perverts. We gotta deal with these motherfuckers on a daily basis, like, daily basis. And for as long as a lot of us have been going through it, even if you've been going through it for a year, 6 months, if you haven't gone crazy now, then you're doing a damn good job. Just imagine how many of us have committed suicide that they covered up. Like we knew it was a suicide, but they covered it up. And then they fucking placate us. They placate us with all these fucking suicide commercials. Oh, if you know somebody who's contemplating suicide, motherfucker, you made them commit suicide 9 times out of 10. Some more fucking get rich fucking schemes. Make them kill themselves and then we'll put out commercials. Oh, that's the most fucked up shit in the world. Make them kill themselves and then we'll put out commercials so we can get fucking hella non-profits and all types of donations. And we'll give them the fucking bullshit and then we'll keep the shit that we can resell. We'll resell that. We'll put the shit with the fucking closed up shit and the shit with the tags and all that shit, the brand new shit. We'll put that shit in our stores and we'll give them shit like the toilet paper. We'll give them like hygiene kits, but all the high price clothing donations with tags and shit, we're gonna put those in our little thrift stores and shit. Our little Red Cross thrift stores and all that fucking bullshit. Anything that can be sold, keep most of the money, put very, very minimum money into the situation. Some people in Hurricane Katrina still haven't been fucking taken care of. Like, some people are still out on their fucking ass. Still out. Still homeless because of that shit. I haven't been able to get back. Depending on Red Cross. One of these days, Red Cross is gonna take care of us. Some people are still saying that. One of these days. Or whoever that shit is. Not Red Cross, but whoever fucking it is. And they're hella slick. They kept the money and fucking said people were running scams and shit. They said they run out of money because people that had houses that didn't get fucked up were saying that they got it, so they sent the money out to them. Fucking evil, crooked bastards, man. That bum said he was married, probably Reptile. Reptile's got dirty minds because you said he was good looking. He told you right away he was married. Yeah. Good old fucking David Icke. Reptilian. Yeah, no doubt. For sure, Gucci. Who you talking about, Gucci, man? My gang stalkers are friends with the coppers. Yeah. Yeah, man. You'd be surprised how many gangsters and thugs I thought I knew. That's one of the things that really made me think about the Mandela effect. Like, when I first started, like, I literally, once I found out and I started experiencing everything, once I got into the fucking groove of fucking, got the full dose of experience in this shit, as far as the grounds crew, foot soldiers and all that shit, and the family targeting you and the friends and you know, people that you fucking thought that were fucking solid. Once I got a dose of that shit, I swear, like my mind went straight to the fucking Mandela effect, and I thought like I got switched. Like, and I'm not bullshit. Like I literally, like this isn't like I'm not comparing nothing. I really fucking literally thought that shit for a long time, man. I thought like because I believed in the Mandela effect because the shit was fucking, you know, shit was spelled different and shit was different. Like, and now I think that was just a trick that the CIA did, or you know, studying about these motherfuckers. I think, you know, it's easy for them to pull the trick and make us fucking think, you know, like it's us thinking the crazy shit when it's really them implementing shit into the world. Probably change some letters and shit around. But, you know, I was fucking literally thinking that shit happened, man. I thought I was gone. I thought I was out of like, I was like, fuck, man. What the fuck? Yeah, man. That shit's really crazy. It's really crazy, man. And I bet you that's what it is, too. That Mandela effect shit. You know, I think they did that shit, man. They just did that shit. Ran a whole operation on us. They ran a whole fucking operation. They ran a whole fucking operation on us, man. And got a lot of us thinking we're crazy. Got people thinking we're crazy. And they probably got operated the same fucking agent saying, nah, man, I remember it was always spelled this way. It was always spelled this way. Fucking tripping us out, man. And that's how crafty our government is, man. That's not thinking outside the box or anything. That's just fucking reality, man. That's what they do. Psyops here, psyops there, psyops here, psyops there, psyops, psyops, psyops. Put it in the movies, put it in the music. Fuck. The program is ongoing. It's never gonna stop. It's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. The show must go on. Hey, what's going on, Tip? Hey, Awaken. Hope everybody is doing well. This weed might got me babbling. It's a different strain. Different strain. The other one was too strong. I had that. He probably is a reptile. Oh yeah. Research Lincoln City, Oregon. Good area for your situation. Lincoln City, Oregon. On beach. Is it around the clock beach? Like 24-hour beach? Like you can be there like year round and all that shit. Like there's no curfews and none of that shit. Cause that does sound like something like if I would do that, like go to a beach to where you can always fucking go and park and shit like that, where it's no fucking curfew, something like that. Wherever they have a place like that, I'd be cool because I could leave and then always have a fucking, you know, a place to go that's fucking, um, you know, for sure, legitimate. Like I could always go there and not have to worry about all the bullshit. And then I can distance myself from people too. this point, campground seems like the only place I can do that. Pay a small fee, pay a pay a yearly fee or a monthly fee. It just depends on where it's at. But you know, have no worries. Get a good fishing pole, stack up on plenty water. Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy or Jeezy and T.I. the rapper were all making trap music before rappers like SP and Lil Uzi Vert. Gucci was one of the originators of trap music. Yeah, actually, Gucci and Jeezy is really the only trap music that I can fucking understand now. All that, all that other shit, that drill music and all that other goofy ass shit that comes out now. Well, I don't want to say goofy. I just don't understand some of the shit they be talking about. I won't say goofy though. I don't even think Gucci is the real Gucci, man. I think he's a look-alike. I'll just say that. I think that's not the real Gucci. He might got the little bit of the voice, but that's an impersonator, man. And not a very good one at that. Not a very good one, man. You know, going to jail, going to jail, it changes your physical appearance. It does change your physical appearance, but one thing you know for sure is it doesn't change your facial features. I mean, your face might clear up and all that fucking shit. You might get a little skinny in the face or a little thick in the face. But for the most part, it's not gonna be like, there's not gonna be no fucking, unless you just go in there and you're fucking just like all fucked up from drugs and got pimples and shit all over the place and, you know, scars and shit. Like, it's not gonna be no dramatic change when you get out. A little 2 or 3 year sentence isn't gonna be no fucking dramatic change the way, you know, the way he's fucking dramatically changed and has fucking maintained the same look since he's been out. Like, no, he didn't go back to looking like the old Gucci. Like, you can say, you know, okay, he went into jail and he got, you know, but once you don't maintain the same. You don't maintain the same jail habits. You don't eat the same shit. Like, you know, you get back to eating regular street shit and shit. And like, you know, that's not Gucci. But, you know, the music is still the music is still there, I guess. The music is still there. But then there's a lot of people they put in front of us, man. And they just fucking placate us. They like mock us, man. They fucking mock us. They mock the shit out of us. They're stupid enough to believe this is. They do it with the presidents all the time. They always have a lookalike, or whatever you want to call it. They always have somebody. Saddam Hussein had plenty of them motherfuckers. Tupac. Tupac got some of them motherfuckers still living. Like Tupac, like you said, motherfuckers that look like Tupac all the time. Michael Jackson. Michael Jacksons can't ever get it right though, cause they still be having their full nose and shit. Like, you gotta. If you want to be a real Michael, you gotta be a real fan of Michael Jackson to impersonate him. No disrespect to Michael, but he didn't have no nose. He was, you know. And some people say that wasn't even the real Michael Jackson. Some people say the real Michael Jackson is some burnt up kid. There's a burnt up dude. That Michael actually fucking from that camp, whatever that camp was, Camp David or some shit. And the Michael Jackson that they put in our face. So this is the story of the Michael Jackson that they put on in front of our face. Spent a lot of time with that kid from Camp David. And after Michael died, then they came out and said that the kid was the real Michael Jackson. And it kind of looks like Michael, sounds like him too. Dead on it. That motherfucker. I believe it could be Michael Jackson. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. They probably just got some mentally ill dude to pretend like him, and the dude was literally mentally ill. And to convince us that that was really Michael Jackson, they just kept doing operations on him and shit. And motherfuckers started taking off his nose and all that fucking crazy shit. You good. I like Gucci's friends with Marilyn Manson. Yeah, American, Marilyn Manson. That's rock and roll, isn't it? Genie Tamio plus one and more, I think. Nappy, do you get RM, sleep effects, mind control? I'm not sure, I don't know. Not that I can physically say, yeah. I can't point it out. I don't recognize it. I've had dreams. I've had crazy dreams lately, and what is crazy is that, excuse me, that's legitimate. Since that incident with the fucking, the light rail, I never had dreams. I don't, since it, I never had dreams before it happened. And it took a while, but after it happened, like, I didn't have that shit. And it wasn't like I would have the fucking dreams 100% all the time, but it lasted for a long time. And I didn't, there came a point to where I didn't have dreams anymore. And then somebody asked me on one of the streams if I be having crazy dreams and shit due to if they give me dreams and shit. And I said no. And then fucking now I've been lately having fucking weird dreams. Like not every fucking day or no shit like that to where I can say like it's definitely them, but you know, and their dreams aren't just a way out, but they're definitely fucking they're weird dreams to where like my van is being towed. Like literally, I go into the fucking store and I come outside and my van is gone. And then when I wake up, I still think my van is gone until I fucking okay. I'm like, where's my fucking van? And then I fucking oh shit, I'm in it. I'm fucking in it. And those type of dreams, like those are the dreams I have all the time now. Like when I do have dreams, they're nothing way out, but they're that. And I think it's just because maybe it's these triggers that they're fucking throwing at me with the bikes and all that bullshit. You know, like on the outside, like right now, like by them using the bikes and all that, like I don't think the triggers are affecting me. Like I don't trip off that shit. Like them, you know, trying to say that I'm gonna lose my van and all that shit. I don't trip off that shit, but I think like subconsciously it's having an effect on me to where like I'm fucking, you know, having dreams about, you know, it getting told and fucking. It always happens like that too. I wake up and I'll be like, oh shit, I'm in it. But I'm always like, when I do wake up, I'm like, damn man, where the fuck is my van? Like I'm still in the process of thinking my van has been towed and shit until I realize I'm in it. But it's not an everyday thing or nothing. Why does most think everyone and God answer the crazy? No, I think somebody mentioned. I think somebody mentioned it. Yeah, a lot of TRs are like that. Sorry you could not post comments. Yeah, they do that all the time. Like I seen my comment, like I typed it and I sent it off, and then like I seen it for a couple of seconds and then disappeared. And I did that a couple times, and I was like, fuck it. I'll just kick back and watch it for a little bit. I believe it. I know it was two females. I don't remember who he exactly was talking to. But, he got a cool little thing going. He definitely has a cool little stream going. Like that's another, you know, that's another good channel to go to. RTTI. He has a stream going Sundays. That's a good stream. It's a few good streams. It's a few good streams out there. Uh, Vulcan Wolverine has good streams. I don't want to leave nobody out, so I'm gonna stop mentioning names. But you know, it's a lot of good TIs that have good streams out there. Oh, can't forget about Wayne. Wayne has good streams. See, now I'm gonna be feeling like I'm gonna leave people out, and every time I think of somebody, I'm gonna bring their name up. Yeah, that's good stream for sure. Yeah, there are a lot of go-to places, man. And we all have to be aware that, there's definitely gonna be divide and conquer agents all through the streams. The same people, the same fucking trolls that be in my streams are the same trolls that be in everybody's streams. That fucking chief handler is a motherfucking man. Like, that dude doesn't leave anyone alone. That dude gets big money, man. That dude is like one of their best fucking employees. That's like one of their, he puts in the work. But anyways, they're gonna be in the divide and conquering and all that shit, man. That's why I say you just gotta analyze people on your own. Don't ever go off what anybody says, whether they're TIs or not. Because we all deal with it a little different. It's always best to use your own preference, and don't blackball somebody because of what somebody else said about them. You gotta use your own fucking, you know, what's the word? Your own analyzation. You're analyzing yourself. I know this lady, man. Well, I don't know her, but I was doing a search on myself on YouTube. I got a different device, which is bullshit because I tore into it way quick, immediately. But I was searching myself on on YouTube from this device, and a bunch of icons, and it shows like people who are like, it shows people who have done videos on me as well. Like, I don't get that when I look on my phone, but this other device, it probably because it was a tablet and it has a different interface or whatever you want to call it. But when I searched my name, it had people that were making videos on me and shit. And this lady made a whole bunch of like fucking 10-second videos, 5-second videos, 15-second videos, maybe even lower seconds than that, 4 and 5 second videos and shit. And she was just saying I was a perp. She was saying I'm a perp because she had some pretty interesting reasons to call me a perp. Yeah, we got a pretender. She had some pretty interesting reasons to call me a perp, but um, I was saying she was calling me a perp. I think one of her reasons was because I'm black, and I said the N word on one of my streams and shit. And then I was like, I apologize for that. That was at a time when I had a real big problem. And I had to train myself on stopping to say it because I was saying it all the time. You know, and so I had slipped and I said it. And I apologized. Like, I remember that like it was yesterday. She brought that up. She said that's one of the reasons why I was a perp. She said, because I'm black and I apologize for saying nigga, or apologize for saying that, but you know, this is what she said, because I'm black and I said that, and I apologize, and that black people don't apologize for saying that. Well, she said black people don't apologize for saying that. Oh, okay. That's a good reason. She had a couple other good reasons, I guess, if you want to say. Interesting. Very interesting reasons. But all the videos are really short, so I told her, I left a comment. I left a comment on a video that, I'll help share her video to get her point across, I want to help her. I want to make sure she, can get her fucking message out. I don't want to hold her back from it. So, if you're there and you're listening, I believe I sent it to Twitter. Um, I think that's the only place I sent it. Twitter. I would have sent it to Google Play, but they got rid of that shit. But your message is out there. I'm gonna post it on my channel as well. Yeah. So I just don't want to fucking put her video up there and she fucking say that, you know, do some copyright bullshit. For trying to help her get her message out, fucking report me for copyright. Excuse me, that's legitimate. Tupac is someone named Akil Mc. Yeah, I heard about that too as well. But these people I'm talking about, like I've seen a couple people that look like Tupac or that aren't that dude. Like, but I did hear that there's a dude, like there's a dude somewhere in like Brazil or something that they're saying is Tupac. Like there's a whole documentary on this dude. Well, it's on Tupac, but it's also based on this dude that fucking is in Brazil, and they're saying he's Tupac and he faked his death, and you know, like basically he was put on the scene by the people, not us, but them, the government. He was put into the scene for an agenda, the thug life, the fuck, all that bullshit, to lead us into a direction, to lead us into a direction. East and West Coast War, which is it left us into a fucking pretty, that was a pretty bad, that was pretty bad. And it went on for a long time. Look at the people they put into positions of power, man. If fucking, if Suge Knight wasn't going against them, if he wasn't shining a bad light, once you do so much, like you can get away with a lot of shit. Once you're up there and once they put you in place and put you in position, there's a lot of shit you can get away with that normal people can't get away with. But you're not gonna get too many fucking chances to get, like, those are fucking very, like, those are fucking like your get out of jail free cards. You can't do that too much and shine a light in public eyes like that, man, because once you do that shit so much, people get to saying, why the fuck does he get to do that shit? You know, in the beginning you think, oh, he got enough money, he got too much money, but then, you know, there comes a point when you gotta start questioning justice and shit. And he was doing too much, but if he wasn't doing as much as he was doing, running people over and shit, fucking running people over and then backing up over them and then running them over again, like there's gonna come a point in time like you can't get away with that. But if he didn't do all that shit, man, he would still be in position today, man, because he helped further an agenda, man. You know how many people he helped murder, man. He helped. Well, a lot of this music now, a lot of the industry is helping. All this fucking black on black crime is from the industry and shit. You go to interviews and the fucking interviewer is fucking bringing up like we're here to talk about my record and you're talking about some shit that I got into it with somebody about. You're trying to get me to say something about this person to make him fucking, you know, that social media bullshit is. If you say something bad about a motherfucker on social media, like, you can't do that. Not nowadays. All that fucking clout chasing and shit will get you killed. Because if the way they look at it is if I don't do anything and show these people that I ain't no punk, I ain't gonna sell no records. Or if I fucking don't do anything, like I'll be able to sell more records if I fucking do something. Like if I start some shit with somebody, I'll be able to sell more records. It's crazy, man. Government programming. Imagine how many, just think how many women are showing their bodies and shit on fucking Twitter and fucking Instagram and fucking whatever else. Like for likes, for thumbs up. For a thumbs up, you can see excuse me, ladies, no disrespect, but you can see a woman's breast for a thumbs up and all this shit. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. The way fucking. And the government is fucking, they know little kids watch this shit. Every little kid has a fucking phone. Every kid. A parent fucking gives the kid the phone to babysit the kid. Like, here's the phone, leave me alone. The phone is everything. Your entertainment, you can talk to whoever the fuck you want to talk to. Just, I don't want to raise you. You fucking, here, stay out my hair. You feel me? Everybody has a fucking phone. So kids are watching all these pretty women. You got young girls, 13 and shit, on Twitter and shit, surfing through channels, Periscope, surfing through channels. Oh, this lady's pretty. Let me see what she's talking about. Tap on her shit, and she's fucking hit my Snapchat, and if 100 people come on here, I'll show you some skin, and all this fucking. They get very, very, very explicit, and there's little kids, and then it's crazy, man. These little kids are fucking doing the same shit. Like if you guys get Periscope, like it's fucking sick, man. You'll see fucking kids fucking, you know, with titles and shit on there, like "Come talk to me," dressing like dressing all skimpy and shit, and literally they're letting this shit go on and shit. Like I reported that shit. I report every time I literally got rid of the Periscope app because of that shit, man. Because they got too many fucking kids on there now. Like that site right there should be restricted to adults. Like there should be no child access to that fucking There should be no child access to that shit. You feel me? No, because those I'm telling you, those little girls is looking at those women, and then they're attractive. They're matrixly attractive. They got their makeup and all that shit. Models, if you want to call them that. They look like that, and they be doing all this shit to get people on Instagram and wherever they're posted at to put money, pay them and shit for whatever type of lives they're gonna do. And little kids are watching that shit. All agenda based. It's all agenda based. So, pretty soon these little girls and shit, 14 and 15, are gonna think it's cool to be out there on the internet selling their bodies. And they're already making prostitution legal. They're trying to make prostitution legal. So, by the time prostitution is legal, these little girls will already be in the mix. They already know what's going down. And they'll be, you know, doing what they do. It's fucking sad. He looks like Pac for sure, but is he really Pac? Never know. I subs, he works in NYC, lives in New Jersey. You might want to hear it. You talking about the video on the dude, Mo? The documentary? I believe Marilyn Manson helped get Gucci out of prison. He was wearing a shirt years ago on Facebook said free Gucci. Oh, you never know, it might. I still don't think that's the real Gucci though. Gucci gang only Freemason now that promoted it in any field. Yeah. New York is corrupt. Man, New York police are like the mafia. Like I think that like they still go by them old school mafia rules and shit. Like they probably even got mafia inside working and shit. NC, New Jersey, all those police. Like they literally like it's people literally fucking catching catching police is jumping out on people. Like people are literally standing in front of a liquor store and they're filming this shit like this. Especially it's this group in New Jersey, a group of cops. They're jumping out on people and shit, trying to scare them and shit. And people are like, man, we already know who you are, man. You're the cop that sets everybody up, man. You're already written up. And the cop's like, oh, you're already being written up and shit. And like they're catching them in lies. This same fucking cop, like that's I don't know how they connect the two people fucking connect with each other, but the same fucking cop jumps out on one dude and fucking he's questioning him and shit, and then he's lying to him. Dude's working, and then the cop he's asking him hella questions, but the dude knows his rights and shit, and he's like, I'm not answering that, man. I'm at work, man. I'm not answering that shit. And he's like, basically, the cop is just fucking drilling him because he doesn't want. He's like, man, I gotta go to work, but the cop won't let him go to work, so he has to stay there until his boss gets there and shit. The cops, the sergeant or whatever. And the fucking sergeant is like shaking his head while he's fucking looking at his cop and shit. His, his deputy. like shaking his head, like, man, let him get back to work. Let this guy get back to work, man. We're already, he didn't say this, but, you know, he's probably thinking, we're already in enough trouble and you're doing this fucking shit. Freemason motherfuckers be pulling me around a lot every day, bro. Every day, even when you think they're not there, they're there.